Can you imagine fumbling a man who literally only went to work, went to the gym, worked on himself, focused only on you as his person, and was trying to actually build a future with you, and you fumbled that man because you thought you could do better, or you got bored, or you thought something was wrong with him? You're going to regret that for the rest of your life. I'm sorry. I hear a lot of women always complain and say that they want a man who protects and provides and takes care of them because those are the traditional roles of a man. But they fail to realize that the traditional roles of a woman are to be a soft, kind-hearted virgin who knows how to cook and clean and nurture the man. Instead of making double standards, focus on yourself and improving yourself. And then when you're a better person, you can have those expectations for someone else. Comment down below if you disagree.
There's a reason why the phrase, you can't turn into a housewife exists and has prevailed for so long. It's like, yeah, you can go ahead and say you're born again Christian and all this other stuff, but another controversial take. What I've realized a lot of the times when you meet a girl that maybe did work or comes from a promiscuous background or whatever, it's very difficult for her to change. Very, very difficult. Once you live your life a certain way, it's very difficult to go back, especially if you earned money doing that. Are there girls that can change? Absolutely. But is it the norm? No, probably less than 5% of girls that come from that world are able to actually really change and stay changed.
Yep.
And a lot of brothers out there are starting to realize and really understand the value of peace and the lack of peace that they get when a modern woman comes into their life acting silly.
Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. A lot of pain in Troy's life is a result of the pain and the damage from his father that he then visits on his son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. And I'm guilty of that frustration that we all have. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
The man that plays Dracula is no Chris Hemsworth. No. All right. The amount of girls on social media that are saying he is the most attractive man to me is because of the way Dracula yearns. This is unlike any yearning I have ever seen before in my life. And everyone's saying you're either a witch or a Dracula girl. I fear I'm a Dracula girl.
I think I'm a Dracula girl.
You know how every guy right now in the city is like trying to be
JFK Jr. and it's so unbelievably cringe.
So cringy. I'm hoping the narrative shifts and more men watch Dracula and they try to be Dracula.
Yearn! You know who yearns?
Yearn!
I will say, I hate to be bragging, but my boyfriend yearns.
No, he does not.
He does. Yes, he does.
You have a lot of good men that have approached before, but they've gotten labeled a creep. And they've gotten labeled as the problem in the situation. And they literally didn't do anything wrong. So when a man stops approaching, that's...
I don't care what you do. You can't rattle him. You can't make him raise his voice. You can't upset him. He's just cool. I mean, I can do the most bizarre stuff and he'll just kind of look at me. But he won't do nothing. You can count on him. He can hold me by the ankle over a cliff and I wouldn't worry because he's that brother. One time I was going through a thing and I called him up in the middle of the day and working and I said, babe, things ain't right here. And he came home and stood there and said, he didn't know what to say. Talking and I'm telling and I'm crying and this and that. And he stayed until I said, okay, I'm fine. He said, if you need me again, I'll come back. That brother.
You're not her partner anymore, you're her resource. She treats you like a utility, valued for what you provide, but not for the man you are. You're the afterthought in a life that you built. She gives you function, not affection, responsibility, not connection, tasks, not touch. She needs you all the time, but she hasn't wanted you in years. You're not losing intimacy by accident. You're disappearing inside a dynamic that reduces you to what you do instead of the man you are. So how long are you going to keep living as the support beam in your own marriage when what you really want is to be the man that she can't keep her hands off? DM me or click that link in my bio to stop living like a utility and start being the man that she actually chooses.
A lot of these men are tired of being treated like creeps. Tired of y'all treating them like a bum. Straight up. Y'all be treating these men like bums, man. And then y'all get mad and y'all get upset when a man start ignoring you behind. You did that. Stop treating him like that.
Okay, so I've been living in Chicago for like 6 months now, and I'm originally from Memphis. It's not much that I actually miss about living down south, outside of, like, of course, the food and my family. And this one thing. Something that I've noticed is that, like, men here do not open doors, and if we're on the train, they rush to get the seats. They don't give the seats to the women, and they don't get up if they see a lot of women or the elderly. Like, I'm not used to that. I thought that was like a universal thing. Come to find out, I think maybe it's just a Southern thing. So am I in the wrong? And then you get to the door and the men are looking at you like, are you gonna get the door? And I'm looking at him like, I thought you was gonna get the door because you the man. And we both looking at each other like confused. I'm not used to this. And it's been 6 months.
I don't want to get married again, no.
How do you feel about marriage now?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't marrying nobody my age.
So they would have to be older?
Yes, please give me older. Yes, older.
And why older?
I ain't gotta deal with the shit. You understand? To me, older men are set in their ways, right? And older men come from a time where they took care of their women. I'm not saying, I am not saying that younger men do not do that, right? But older men come from a tradition of respect and everything for their lady. You understand?
You know, once peace becomes more valuable than companionship to a man, you pretty much lost him. And you're going to have to do the majority of the work to get him back. You're going to have to start putting forth some effort at that point in time.
Men don't want these independent, strong women. That doesn't draw me closer to you, because independent is the opposite of teammate. I'm dating you to see how well of a teammate you can be to me. I want somebody with an interdependent spirit. Somebody that's eager and looking for a teammate. Somebody that's been under this world and be like, I don't want to do this by myself no more. Listen, I don't want to do this as a man. I don't want to do life no more by myself. I don't want to be independent no more. I want to be able to rely and trust on another human being. I want someone to help me carry the burdens and the joys of raising children, getting a home, dealing with life and its stresses. I want someone to come home to, someone to share things with. I don't want to be an independent man no more. I want a wife. So why would I be drawing closer to a woman that preaches and takes pride in being independent?
A lot of these modern women, with their little list and things that they create, and they don't want a masculine man. They actually want a pansy. They don't want a man that knows how to be an actual man. They want a man on their terms, a man to act like they want that man to act.
If you are married and you actually respect your marriage, it is super weird to have friends of the opposite sex. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about friends that are mutual friends between you and your husband, or you hang out in groups together. I mean like friends, like your personal close friends that are of the opposite sex. As a woman, my husband fulfills all the need that I have when it comes to male friendships. I do not feel the desire to have male friendships outside of my husband. Number one, because I respect him, but also because of boundaries. Why would I want to invite someone into my personal life, especially a man, when I'm committed to my husband? Why would I share personal parts of myself that are simply just for my husband? I don't mean that in an inappropriate way, but why would I emotionally get invested in someone as a friend who is not my husband? And vice versa. My husband does not have female friends, and I don't have male friends unless they are mutual friends that we have together. It is not about controlling your spouse. It is not about your spouse controlling you. It is simply about respecting the commitment that you've made to each other and the vow that you've made to each other. Why would you want to bring other people into that?
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be real. Feminine, girly, baddie, conventionally attractive women are attracted to conventionally masculine men. Plain and simple. We're talking Adam's apple. We're talking veins. We're talking muscles. Muscles. We're talking ability to play a sport. Maybe not professionally, just as a hobby. Because that's man. Life is truly all about balance. Sure, do you an outfit of the day. You feel what I'm saying? any athletes that you come by, they doing that. They doing that for promo for the team, for promo for their social media. So I'm not gonna say cut the outfit of days. No. But let it be mixed in with some masculine. You feel what I'm saying? It's always got to be about balance. You can't have all outfit of the days and get ready with me, but we don't see you in the gym. You see what I'm saying?
And you really honestly and truly, you see a lot of men checking out. You see a lot of men gravitating. You see a lot of men going towards having a more peaceful existence, right? I'm surrounded by my friends, surrounded by my family. I help them out. My friends and my family, anytime they call me, they didn't get anything. But you as a modern woman, don't call my phone.
Hi, sorry to bother you. I think you look really cute and I'd love to take you out sometime.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I actually have a boyfriend.
Okay, no problem.
But don't stop approaching girls at the mall.
Okay.
I'm sure there's someone that would.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, you got this. I'll be right here. Thanks, man. Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I don't normally do this, but I thought you were really cute, and I was wondering if I could get your number.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Connor.
Nice to meet you, Connor.
Nice to meet you, too.
Unfortunately, I do have a boyfriend, but honestly, if I didn't, I'd probably give it to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Have a great one.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Hi, my name's Connor. What's your name?
Jessica.
Nice to meet you, Jessica. I thought you were really cute, and I was wondering if I could take you out sometime.
No, sorry, I have a boyfriend.
Okay, no worries. I appreciate you taking your time. Thank you.
A lot of these modern women, they talk about what they want a man to do, but then when a man does it, they nag the man. Oh man, I want a man that does X, Y, and Z, and they build their entire list of the things that they want in a man. But when he does it, he didn't really do it like I would want him to. F on to the next man. What he won't do, another man will. I was doing it. You just thought I wasn't doing it correctly.
This is the part nobody told you about dating. That the higher your standards are, the more you will disqualify. And sometimes you got to be okay with that. Because I'm going to tell you this.
All the time.
If you are not okay with sometimes you might be a little bit more single than you would like. Maybe the blessing takes a little bit longer to get there. Maybe you got to sleep at night in your bed just with your rose. A little bit longer than you would like. But let me tell you this. It's better to do that than to settle. Because when you settle, it leads to suffering. When you settle, you suffer. And let me tell you why. An empty bed is better than one filled with lies, cheating, and deceit. And I want you to understand this. So yes, when you raise your standards, some people might even look at you crazy. You know why? Because sister next to you don't have high expectations.
The easiest way for a woman to lose a man is 1, criticize him publicly. That's easy. 2 is complain or have no gratitude when he does take initiative. And 3, don't communicate what you want from him and instead try to make him guess. Especially when there's something wrong or you're upset, making him guess, yeah, that's not the move. And I made a video a couple weeks ago about why this is the case, what men typically, genetically, scientifically, chemically want out of relationships, and how it's biologically different from what women want because we get different chemicals released in our brains when different things happen. Genetically, we are different in that way. So now we got to talk about women. Easiest ways to lose a woman is completely disrespect her after she has opened up to you. Men get the good chemicals in their brain released when they are respected and kind of, over a long term seen as an investment and get to have ownership. Ownership's a bad word for it, but get to have ownership over someone else. Like, oh, this person is mine. Women want to feel cherished, right? So in the same 3 things that I said, how to lose a guy, those exist for women. Now, I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to speak on them. But the biggest thing in my head is just that when they open up to you and when they show you intimacy, don't disrespect it. That's all. I'm tired. My TikTok sucked today. Oh, that was bad.
Types of guys who get rejected always. Number one, the guy who lacks social skills. Randomly calls the girl anytime, gets flirty or comfortable too soon, asks personal questions too soon. This type of a guy na, the things he does, the way he behaves, isko na basic samajh nahi hai. Isko pata bhi nahi hoga that he lacks social skills. Number two, the guy who makes everything about meeting. Let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet soon. Are you free this weekend? His intentions are not bad though. He just wants to meet the girl. But he's overly persistent. He keeps bringing up the same thing again and again. Let's meet, let's meet, let's meet. And honestly, it's just too much. It's annoying after a certain point. Number three, the guy with a weak approach. This type of guy does not really know how to approach a girl. Somehow he does manage to approach, but the way he approaches is so weak that he ends up getting rejected.
The morning light is coming through, the feeling is bizarre. The night is almost...
The last time that I went on a date, was it a date? I don't know. We met up at a bar. But I was willing to, he was being a little persistent, and I said, you know what? I'll give myself the opportunity. I go on this outing with this guy, and obviously we're both feeling a little like maybe nervous, I don't know, I guess, and we don't know how to break the ice. My first question to this guy was like, so why are you single? Why have you been single for this? Since when have you been single, and why have you been single? And maybe it was my bad for asking that question, but the first thing that comes out of that man's mouth is, because women are and I was flabbergasted. Camila, can you please? Really? Are you gonna sit there with a woman and say que porque las mujeres son putas? Are you kidding me? My point to this video is, ladies, watch how a man expresses himself about women, because that is all you need to know. At that moment he said that, I felt like SpongeBob, and I was like, I'm gonna head out now, because imagine what he'd say about me if something ever went wrong.
Chivalry is not just only in Australia, and don't come for me for saying that. I was approached by a woman in the gym today because she liked my set. Guys, this is a brand new piece, very cute. She approached me and she was like, where are you from? And I said, Australia, queen. And she's just like, oh my God, I want to live in Australia, be the best. Dating here is terrible. And I was just like, oh, you silly sausage. In Australia, it's worse. Like, I moved to the Middle East for a reason. I want a more traditional man. I want someone who values taking care of a lady and who knows how to take care of a lady. And the look in her face, guys. I hated breaking her dreams, but I told her still to go. You go, we're not going to, I don't know, ick somebody's yum, right? So she is on her way to Australia, I would say. She will make the decision. By the way, I love being a woman and how women treat each other in bathrooms. It's so nice. But yeah, what a fun fact. I can't believe she views Australian men like that. They're so lazy, guys. I once went on a date with a guy who didn't even wear shoes for the date. I've paid, you know what I mean? I feel like the man. Australian men, I'm sure it's not all of them, but the ones that I've come across, I'm not looking for a girlfriend.
When a man is both masculine, which is his drive, his vision, his desire to see and to create something different, but also he's in his feminine and he's able to soften and receive, he's able to accept and he's able to flow, that man is unstoppable. He no longer lives a life where in his mind he has to go out and provide. Providing and being and loving his family is simply who and what he is. He is tapped in spiritually, he is tapped in energetically. He no longer has to work nearly 1/10 as hard as another man, because he simply draws into his life whatever it is that he needs in order for him and his family to live the life of their dreams. And every single man that is alive today can tap into that power. All he has to do is have courage. The courage to remember who he really is, return to his heart, and balance both of his energies. The courage to let go of the need to control, let go of the need to dominate, let go of the need for external power and validation, and drop into the frequency of love, because love is the energy of abundance. And when a man is both masculine and feminine, the truth is he is no longer neither, because he's no longer separated by two, and he drops into living from his power. And that man can provide for the world the doorway to healing, safety, and true abundance.
You see, that's how you can tell. If you meet somebody and he's coming to genuinely help you, then 9 times out of 10, he's a giver. That there are still good men out there who will come and help you out, ladies. You want somebody that's solid. Somebody who will stay home with you at night and not creep around and be on his phone trying to text other people and all that kind of stuff. You want a wholesome man, a man who can add to your life. There's no reason why you can't meet a good man. But the thing about it is, you have to put out that energy. All right? You have to put it out. It radiates out of you. If you have a light in you, it will draw good people to you. Now, it'll draw some not so good people to you too, but they're just coming to use up your good energy. But there are some good people who are coming to help. There are some good men out there, good men who are looking for good, wholesome women, not a caricature of a woman, but a good, wholesome, natural woman. That's what a good man wants.
What do you do when you give someone everything? Like someone is struggling and they're down, on bad luck and they're going through things, and you go it out so they can have, like, you give them everything, whatever they need, you give it to them. And you go without things sometimes because you can't do both. And then the minute they get themselves together and they on their feet and everything is going good with them, they leave. Like, you struggling like they were. You going without things still because you exhaust all of your everything you had to make sure they were okay. And now that they good, they don't need you, they leave. Like, no thank you, no let me help you out. They leave. Stop answering the phone, act like, yeah, I'ma holler at you. And now you struggling. Like, is it always a good thing to be good to people even though you don't know how they're gonna do you at the end? Because now you looking crazy. Like, what do you do? What do you do with that? I'm confused. Like, you're a good-hearted person. You don't know how to not help somebody. But then when you do that, you struggling and you don't have nobody like you. What do you do?
Stop saying that the beauty standard for women is just being more like children. I keep seeing this. I think people are getting inspired by the Epstein files or something, but it's a stupid take. One, people are saying, oh, it's because women like being small and petite is a beauty standard. Two, women being completely hairless is like childish and it's a beauty standard. And three, the clothes that women wear are like tiny and childish, and that's one of the beauty standards. And those are all three things that are like children. So why are men wanting their women to look like children? Let's break this down. First off, that women being small and petite is childlike, and that it's something that men want because it's childlike. Okay, let's talk about that. So the average woman in the world is 5'2". The average woman in America is 5'4". Most guys are not into women who are shorter than that. I mean, yes, they have wives and girlfriends, but it's mostly based on personality. And generally, guys, if they have a choice, would prefer someone who's taller than 5'2", unless they themselves are very short. And that comes down to reasoning. Men like to feel strong and big. So of course, a man is going to want a woman who's smaller than he is. And petite, men want fit women. Okay? just like we want fit men. To add to that, the body type that's the beauty standard in America is the opposite body type to a kid. They want big boobs, small waist, and a big butt, okay? That's the opposite of a kid. Kids have flat chests, tiny little butts, and big bellies. It's adorable, but it's not the beauty standard. I will admit, on the hairless one, I have always agreed that wanting women to be clean shaven everywhere is a little weird. So yes, I'll give that one to you. Lastly, that women wear children's clothes, that's not true at all. The beauty standard is actually more like revealing clothes and elegant clothes rather than children's clothes. Children's clothes would be like a tutu and rain boots. That's not the beauty standard at all, and if you wore that in public, people would think you were weird. Oh no, the beauty standard for America is not based in...
What can guys do to stand out in getting girls?
Oh, be funny, charismatic, laid back as well.
Laid back?
Yeah, definitely laid back, not too like nervous.
You've no thoughts?
I don't know. I want guys to stop approaching us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, she wants guys to stop approaching girls. You don't though, right?
No, like I feel like it would be nice if a guy is nice and he's like, oh, you look beautiful today.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to know you. Just a gentleman.
Yeah. Because I feel like in this day and age, it's like nobody really does it anymore. Like it's so rare.
Yeah, it's all
like
dating apps now, and
men have to know when to do it. Like if you see me in a rush, like I don't want you to stop and like
that's
get to know me.
Okay, but what if, let's say she's at a coffee shop like what we're doing right now?
That's okay, but like don't be pushy. And also, if I say no, just like go away.
Yeah.
I have a question though. If you're walking down the street and you don't want to be approached, and a guy approaches you and says the right thing, is there a wrong time to be approached?
No.
Yes.
I think it's chemistry, definitely. You'll feel it.
Yeah.
Intuition.
Yeah.
Like you can feel if someone's like being like weird and a freak, or when someone's being genuine and he's genuinely like. I think it'd be nice if a guy seen you and like he was like, yeah, wait. Well, you can't just let go now, you know. That's true. I'd love to get to know you.
There has to be some kind of like tension. Like it has to be kind of funny.
But like, okay, I have
guys.
a question. If he's overly slick and he's like, he just sways you straight away.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be walking into the toilet and he'll be like, hey. Yeah.
Didn't even need to go here.
Yeah. Okay, so funny, charismatic, and it doesn't matter where you approach. You just got to be funny, charismatic, and laid back. It's all on intuition. Thank you so much, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. What are your names?
Zarina.
Nice name.
Omnia.
Nice to meet you, Omnia and Zarina. Ciao, ciao.
A lot of these modern women want a man that's gift wrapped, put a bow on him, new, shiny, all that stuff. And they have nothing to offer. It's like giving them a new car, a luxury, expensive car. They get straight inside that car, hit a curb, straight on the street. 2 or 3 minutes later, they in a fender bender. The next day, they done got on a full-on car wreck. Total the car out.